We're live. All right, let me check the audio and things, guys, because I'm going to go ahead and get right started. After I do that, give me 1 second. Let me see. Testing. All right, sorry, y'all had to hear that echo. All right, guys, let me get set up. I have some downloads, so I'm going to have my phone over to the side so that I can reference them as I need to. I tried to make this organized, but also remember, we're not worried about perfectionism, right? South Node is in Virgo. Okay. So remember that in all that you do. It ain't got to be perfect. In fact, people don't care if it's perfect. Okay. All right. Got my downloads over here. Let me put our message in the chat. Please, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Let me go ahead and put that in there. Leaving. All right, guys, sorry about that. I like to put that in the chat just to take care of that. Let me go ahead and pin it. Cool. All right, let's get the incense going and let's get into these downloads. All right. Whew. So we're about to have the Aquarius new moon. Okay. But it's a lot happening around this new moon, though. We have it on the 29th. Venus goes into shadow tomorrow on the 28th, right? So let me give you all the dates for that so you can pay attention, okay? Venus is going into shadow tomorrow. Pay attention to the things that you begin doing, especially things in reference to play, joy, creativity, romance, okay? She goes into shadow tomorrow. She officially goes retrograde on March 1st. So we literally have like a month of her being in shadow, a month what I think is shadowy observation. You need to be observing those areas that Venus touches for you in this shadow period. Then she goes fully retrograde March 1st. Okay. She'll be in Aries. She doesn't station direct until April 12th. So again, then we have a month and a month or so of her being retrograde. And then she leaves shadow and goes into new territory not until May 16th. So we are working with this Venus retrograde energy for some time. Pay attention. Okay. She goes into her shadow period tomorrow. Okay. So Venus goes into shadow tomorrow. We have the new moon on Wednesday. The North Node and Venus conjunct Neptune this week. Excuse me, they both conjunct the North Node. Venus and Neptune both conjunct the North Node this week. We have Lunar New Year, which we have to talk about this wood snake vibration, because when I went deeper into that, mind blown. Okay, I cannot wait to share that. And some of you have already probably tapped into that energy. All right, so that's just a little preface, a little foreshadow. I will take maybe a couple of breaks because it just helps me to ground. Sometimes when I come on, I am very excited to share the messages, and there's energy coming in too. So sometimes I just need extra time for myself to ground and just go walk around a little bit. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tap into the downloads first. I also have downloads for literally every single sign. Like the amount of downloads that were coming in, that's why I was like, I really need to ground. I really want to be grounded and be able to bring forth like the energy, everything that was coming through with the downloads. All right. So let's get it, because I need some time to ground after this before I take my son to martial arts. Shay! Hi! Okay. All right. So the Aquarius new moon. Let's just start there. I'm just going to read the downloads. Now, some of these downloads are specific to the planetary energies. Okay. It was like I was getting downloads or like direct messages from those energies, okay? Rebirth from a place of innovation, different and unique. That is essentially, I feel like, what's happening with this Aquarius new moon for everybody, wherever Aquarius is in your chart, right? Wherever this new moon is happening for you, it is calling for you to do something in a different way, or to be a different way, or to assume a different state of being. One that is innovative, it's different, and it's unique, because all of those things are Aquarian traits. Okay. Another download that I got around this time, we are still, and this is not new, so this is just a reiteration, okay? We are still detaching from overthinking, okay? This is still a major theme. We are still in this season of detaching from overthinking, aligning more with your intuition. Your intuition does not think, it is a feeling. Right? It is something that actually your logical mind cannot comprehend. So you trying to think about and make sense of what your intuition is saying, it's just, you're going to be, it's like a hamster running on a wheel. Like, you're going to confuse yourself more. You're going to take yourself out of alignment. It's just, that's not how that works. Okay. So remember, we're coming back into soul remembrance. That's a lot of this too. And we're coming back to be able to trust ourselves again. Right? That's just at the root of that. That is what that is. Trusting ourselves again. Okay. Not putting our trust in anything outside of ourselves, but our own intuition, which is our guide. Okay. If y'all didn't hear, my notes are on the side. I'm using my phone. It's on a stand because it's just easier that way. Okay. Some of these are out of order, so just bear with me. Okay. The energy can feel very exciting. Like, it's a flush, it's a rush, like this influx of new energies coming in. And I do feel like they're higher vibing energies, right? And so it can feel overwhelming. So watch for feeling overstimulated and then acting on that overstimulation. I feel like actually, if you feel overstimulated, you need to ground, or you need to be able to channel that energy into something productive, into something positive, into something Aquarian like, into, on Venus going into shadow, okay? Venus going into shadow conjuncting Neptune, all right? There was a message specifically that came from that, and it said, easy does it, okay? Balance, not forcing anything, moderation, okay? So no overindulgences, okay? Again, I think this plays into the overstimulation energy, right? Sometimes when we're overstimulated, just to kind of ease that anxiety that can come with that, right? You can overeat, you can overindulge in other things and other activities and habits, and so make sure there's a lot of moderation. Really try to channel this energy. And again, don't let this energy, it's not to put you back in survival mode. You know what I'm saying? So this moderation is very important. Neptune conjuncting the North Node. This is big faith. This is big faith. This is the moment that I was talking about. And I said Neptune is now going to conjunct the North Node, who is newly in Pisces. Neptune's been in Pisces, but now the North Node is there, so our focus is there. I think this is the faith that a lot of people have been waiting for. I personally have been experiencing this already leading up to this new moon. It's like restoration of faith, but that's not going to come. Like, you have to honor, you have to be doing the work. Like, you have to be really living it. You really have to be trusting your intuition. You can't just be saying it. And then, like, when you have these personal choices in your life, you're still giving power to stuff outside of you. You're still waiting for somebody else to tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you're really in this energy, you really want to harness this energy, you really got to be about it. We all just really have to be about it. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, I got a download about the South Node in Virgo. I got a couple downloads about that. A big one was, if you all know, Virgo rules the sixth house. The sixth house is about your everyday routine. It's about, and your everyday routine, can include your job, work, things like that. But the original word for that house and Virgo being in that house is service. And Spirit said that when I was like really meditating on that energy, Spirit was like, we're getting rid of the word job. Like the word job is becoming outdated as people's frequencies are raising. People are aligning more with their line of service. How can I be of service to humanity? How can I help humanity? So that's another sign of us, again, leaning more towards the North Node, coming out of survival mode, hustle culture, taking jobs just to pay the bills, and you hate it, and then everybody has to deal with you hating that job. So, the Spirit is encouraging people to use that word, service. What is the service that you offer to humanity? Not your job. We don't want to know about your job. What is your service to humanity right now? And that can change over time. Okay. So that was a big one. Also, something that could be triggered up with the South Node in Virgo is this tug of war between your individual thinking and group think, right? Or sheep mentality, herd mentality. I can name a plethora of ways that is playing out right now. Okay, especially in the U.S. But I think you can use your imagination and you can see for yourself. This is not a time to follow a crowd just because. Okay. Especially when your intuition is telling you something different. It's just not the time. It's not the time to be wavering on yourself. Okay. It's not the time to be giving your power away. The energies are too high right now, and you can really use this time to create the life that you want. Like, remember, y'all, like this is a time that people have always been talking about, right? This time everybody be talking about. Right? The golden age, the age of Aquarius. So don't give this time away. Use this time to build your life up. Because, again, in reference to what we cannot see yet, but we feel it. We feel the new world being ushered in. We know that how the world looks right now, it is not going to look this way once Pluto gets done in Aquarius. Okay? So lean into that vibration of what you're feeling, not what you can see right now. Okay? All right. Also, very smaller download. There has been I've been feeling very like staticky. Okay, there's been a lot of electricity flowing everywhere. So make sure you're grounding. Okay, go step outside, really try to ground that electricity because Uranus is about to go direct as well. So I think that's why we're all feeling that too. There's like an uptick of literally electricity in the air. So we just fucking magical times, y'all. Okay, so all right, the last download I want to get to, because I do need to get to the all signs, is this Adam Eve reference. Now, this was actually a personal realization for me, but I do think that it can be shared with the collective because I feel like this is all what we're coming into, and it has a lot to do with soul remembrance. So before I share it, when I read the Bible or I'm looking at the Bible, I am reading it in like a different way. So I'm dissecting it. I'm really, the reference I got, right, is that I'm going to give an example. When I was younger, I was very comfortable just like how I was. I was a very dreamy kid. I was like in my own world. I envisioned what I was going to be when I got older, right? And it was along this line of service, but I didn't have a name for that. I didn't know what this was called. All I kept saying was, I'm going to be helping people. I'm going to be helping people, and they're going to be from different places. I want to bring people together, and it's going to be different, and I might include music in it, and I was sure about that. I was that was just like second nature to me. I just knew it was just an innate thing, right? Even I would be called like weird when I was younger. I would be called different. My uncle had a funny nickname for me. He would call me Miss Sophisticated because I was just like in my own world and like I just thought differently. Point being, I'm saying all that to say I embraced that when I was younger. It was like a badge of honor. My uniqueness was, I honored that because it was just who I was. I didn't think of anything. I didn't think of it as anything different, right? Spirit said that was akin to Adam and Eve being naked, right? And I'm just using this. It doesn't matter what your religion is or anything like that. I'm not, Christian, but it's that was akin to Adam and Eve being naked, right? And they were always naked. They didn't think anything of it. It's just how they were born, how they were brought here, and it's just their way of life. And they didn't care, It wasn't until the serpent, i.e. the world, the outside energy, came in and brought awareness to this thing, right? That this thing is different, right? So if I'm using myself as that same example, right? The world, people, relationships that I started to come into. Oh, you're weird. Oh God, what's wrong with you? Things along that line, things along those lines, right? And you start to internalize that when you're literally just being yourself. You're literally just being yourself. And this is what I be talking about when I'm telling you guys, ask a kid what they want to be before they go to school and then ask them once they're about to graduate or something. It's going to be so different because the way they view life has changed. And so hearing those things and coming into the world from different relationships, sometimes family members, sometimes people I was calling a love partner or whatever, a friend, hearing those things and you start to internalize it, you start to mask, and the real you, your real dreams start to get buried underneath all of the mask. This is what we're coming back into the innocence of understanding that what they told you was weird, they told you was different, they told you you're not supposed to do that. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what we're supposed to do. I was supposed to stay weird and own it. Okay, but instead I was like, well, this must be a way of the world, I mean, this is how people get ahead. So, you got to put these ways behind you. These are childish, right? That's how they get you. Doesn't that just sting your ego? Oh, you're so childish. You're always imagining things. That's literally where spirit wants us. Yes, we evolve. Yes, we grow. And it's crazy. On my deck, I shuffled and cleansed the deck before I started. The Six of Cups is there, right? Like that's the energy. That is the energy. And so at the time of this new moon, a lot of us, we coming back into that. We owning it. And that's why I said wherever Aquarius is, that's where the universe is calling for you to be different. Own it. Own it. Own your differences. Own your quirkiness. Own the things that make you an individual. Okay, because I guarantee you that us tapping into these things, guys, are the very things that we have to offer to society, to humanity. They are our superpowers. We are regaining our superpowers. Oh my God, a download's coming in. You know how they say that, right? Like during this time, we're going to get our superpowers. You're just remembering. You're just remembering and you are reactivating parts of yourself, cells, they're saying, that have been lying dormant. You're just remembering. You have always had those things. You just weren't charging them up because you gave your power away. We gave our power away. I had given my power away. So when I was telling y'all that Cancer full moon cycle, and then it kind of merged in with this Aquarius new moon cycle, those realizations were pouring in on a major scale for me when I allowed the world to tell me that my differences were not acceptable, were not going to get me where I needed to go. And that is why I stress and I'm very passionate about reconnecting with your intuition, because this is the only thing. A lot of people have tried lots of ways to get where we try to go. Lots of ways. Listen to this person, this advice, this, that, da, 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 da. Whole time, your intuition just been, I told you what to do. But it's going to sit there and let you go through the lessons. I think a lot of us, we got it. We're getting it. So, I just want to let you know that those people were energy vampires, dream stealers. And I'm not pointing fingers. They probably had it done to them. This is the cycle. The cycle. Literally. It's why we have a world where people are just, they don't even think about it. They don't even think about their own dreams anymore. You know? So it's not to point the finger, but it's just to be aware. It's just to be aware. All right. Let me see if I have any more collective downloads. I think, oh, no. I got to get to the wood snake. I have to. Okay. And then I'm going to start with the all signs. Chinese Lunar New Year is the same day as the Aquarius new moon, because it's the first new moon, lunar new year of the year. And it is symbolized by the wood snake. Now, I didn't know much about the wood snake, but I did some research on it, and it's not just one particular snake. So the wood snake is a species of different types of wood snakes, from my understanding. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I do not mind. We all learn and can contribute. So what I got with that, right? It's not just one snake. It's a species of snakes. They live in different habitats. They adapt. Adaptability was a big word that Spirit kept stressing through me looking through this information about it. This energy, guys, that we're coming into this year, you are going to see it play out in a plethora of ways. You have a choice in which way you're going to harness this energy, because what they did make clear was that this energy manifests itself just like any other energy, on a high vibration, right? Or on a lower frequency, right? And so both are powerful is the point. Both are powerful. There was a big down. What did it say? It was harnessing different energy from the same source. So we're getting this energy from the same source, but some people are going to be up here with it, vibing high with it. Some people are going to be vibing down here with it. And that's just the way it is. We need the polarities. That's just the way it is on the earthly plane. But you have a choice. How are you going to harness this energy? Okay, are you going to use it to create chaos? Are you going to use it to get lost and caught up in all the distractions? Are you going to use it to transform? Because that was a really big thing with the wood snake, was transforming. It was given like, I don't know, it was given like Scorpio energy, death and rebirth. Okay. Okay, now I want to talk about, I'm going to name just a few, and I just want to leave you guys with that. Let me get my screenshots. I screenshot it. The last time we've had a lot of snake years, but the last time we had the wood snake year was in 1965. Let me just read a few things that took place in 1965, and I think it will kind of put the nail in the coffin and seal the deal of how impactful this year is going to be. Okay, so 1965, check. Okay, last time we had the wood snake, we had the civil rights marches. Okay, we had the ones where MLK led the people from Selma to Montgomery to the Capitol. Bloody Sunday, assassination of Malcolm X, the Voting Rights Act. I'm not done. I'm not done. The Immigration Act. Y'all making the connection? Okay. Medicaid and Medicare were enacted. Are y'all making the connection? We had the Higher Education Act, which I think started the Pell Grant and things like that. I think that's a US thing. We had the Watts riots. There were many, as I was doing research on, there were many uproars, many uprisings, many revolutions that took place in 1965, the last time that we had the wood snake as our symbolism. Okay. This is nothing to fear. I don't want to leave this here and say these things to instill fear. In fact, I want you to see that this is a time of great change. This is a time of great change. You can believe it or not. You can try to logic your way through it, or you can really lean into this vibrational frequency shift. Okay, and really harness this energy to create a new life, one that has not been seen before. This is Aquarius. This is different. This is innovative. Okay, so I'm gonna leave y'all with that. And I am going to go ahead. Let me get my downloads out for Aquarius. I take a quick break, and then we're gonna get started. And you know what? I think I can try to write the timestamps because that's going to help me when I come back and write it out, y'all. So let me just do that. Aqua. And break. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break before I get into the all signs so we can hit the ground running. All right, 1 second. Alrighty, guys. All right, I'm back, guys. Okay. We're going to get started with Aquarius. Let me get my downloads up for you, Aquarius. Happy birthday. All right, here we go. All right, Aquarius, I am going to pull your chart to the side. You will not be able to see it on the screen, but I do want to be able to reference it. All right. Also, I will link the music that is in the background in the description box once everything's processed. All right, Aquarius, let's get your chart up. All right, Aquarius, is going to be happening in your first house. All right, so I can say all the things, right, about the first house stuff, how you look. It's a new you. It's power, right? It's the first new moon here with Pluto here. I think you feel all that, and we've been talking about that. So I'm going to get to your downloads and we pull your spread. You could be coming into a very dreamy, or maybe I should say like creative idea that can actually make you some money. And essentially, because some of you might have this goal of getting away from like having to depend on other resources, with the South Node kind of moving into your 8th house, which is the house of shared resources, working with others, having these joint connections, these mixed connections. Whereas 2nd house, where your North Node is, it is more so about independence. It's about your own assets, the things that you have built up for yourself, possibly through the 8th house, right? But things that you built up for yourself. Something about this idea, or something, an aha moment, a change, I don't know, could definitely help with debt. Okay, because the 8th house is that too, and the South Node is there. So we are moving, or we need to be moving away from debt, paying off debts, things like that. And so I do feel like you're maybe trying to get creative, trying to get innovative, new moon in Aquarius, to solve that problem or mitigate that problem. Now, I'm also getting a really big health aspect for you, Aquarius. Like, some of y'all could be overcoming a big health crisis, something that you've been struggling with or really going through, especially with Mars retrograde in the 6th house. It could really be trying to nip it in the bud. Like, what do we need to do to fix this thing? What do we need to do to feel better, to feel healthier? And for some of you, that's boundaries. Some of you, it's just as simple as boundaries. Boundaries in your work, your daily routine. It's really having boundaries against anything that is going to take you out of that healthy mental space, or even a healthy physical state, like overworking, overexerting, doing too much when you don't have to, I also feel like you guys could experience like an unexpected surge of excitement, where you guys may have been a bit pessimistic before. So, like, say for instance, you did have to pull back from work, right? Mars retrograde in the 6th house, or you couldn't do as much work, or you couldn't do as much in your daily life. Maybe before that was frustrating, but I think as Uranus, especially as Uranus stations directing your 4th house, I think there's an aspect to it that we see the potential in it, especially if this aha moment or an idea comes in and you're like, wait a minute, I can do this business from home. Well, wait a minute, I can sell this from home. You know what I'm saying? And that adds a bit of, I think, optimism to whatever is going on. Okay, so that's the downloads I have for you guys. Let me get your spread out here. What's going on for Aquarius? All right, you have the 9 of Pentacles, came out kind of sideways. I'm gonna keep it that way. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. I'm hearing it again. Thinking of a master plan. Yep. Queen of Wands, 5 of Cups is the next thing to happen. Hermit card in reverse. Ace of Cups here, and the 3 of Cups. I'm hearing approach with love. Approaching something with love, and that could be the change of heart that I was talking about. Literally, Uranus is in your 4th house, of like home, how you feel, and Uranus is about to station direct after the new moon. So literally like an unexpected change of heart of something. Clarify the 5 of Cups, please. Two of Cups in reverse and the 3 of Wands. I'm honestly not getting this as a relationship. 2 of Cups in reverse, I'm getting this as like, I'm hearing missed opportunity. I'm also hearing mismatched. Okay, and the 3 of Wands is here. Okay, I'm hearing not quite hitting the mark. So again, for some of you, I feel like it could be like that financial thing, or just trying to figure out how to create long-term success, long-term lasting success that is not dependent upon other people. Clarify the Hermit in reverse, please. Listen, the Queen of Swords. You are creating boundaries, okay, with anything that takes you out of that peaceful place. Hermit in reverse. Queen of Swords is all about boundaries. She don't care. She will cut you off. Okay. Knight of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands, because you have worked way too damn hard to gain this peace, to know who you are. New moon in the 1st house. Who you are. Okay. Knight of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. You've been through too much. It's been a struggle, but you have persisted. You have overcome. 9 of Wands. Love that for you. So that's the next thing to happen. Boundaries. Queen of Swords, cut your ass off, period. Clarify the Ace of Cups as guidance for this beautiful Aquarius energy. The Hierophant. The Ace of Cups here, the Hierophant, the Ace of Wands. The Hierophant is Taurus. And Uranus is in your 4th house. And I said that, and you need to pay attention to Uranus because Uranus is connected to you, and Uranus is going to go direct after the new moon in your 1st house, your sign. A change of heart. This could also be because North Node in the 2nd house is about self-worth. This could be about you, right? Queen of Wands, 5 of Cups, feeling like you disappointed yourself in the past by maybe accepting less or not doing something soon or not betting on yourself or, you know, having the self-worth to say, hey, wait a minute, I deserve to get paid more. Or, you know, the Hierophant here, the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands here, this really, really feels like you start to feel different. You are getting empowered. And that's your guidance. Yep. Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. And to act on that inspired, okay, inspired intuition. Not to just be doing stuff. Remember, not to just be doing stuff just to do it, just to say you're being productive, busy. It doesn't mean anything in this new world. It just doesn't if it ain't coming from your heart. Okay, so pay attention to maybe some really big aha moments, some realizations, and maybe a really bright idea too that could really help you out financially in the long run. All right, so that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I appreciate you guys. Happy solar return. I pray those messages find you well, help, and heal. And I will catch y'all in the next one. I'm going to go ahead and get the chart changed to Pisces. And then I'm going to start with your downloads, Pisces. Dang, I didn't write the time I started with Aquarius either, did I? Let me write down Pisces at least. I wanted to do that. All right, Pisceans. You're up next. Birthday up next. You got the next new moon. All right, but let's stay in the present moment. Okay, Pisces. So, okay, your time, let's say 7:25. All right, downloads. I heard liven it up. Okay, when I came into your energy, I also saw someone pulling back the curtain and letting in bright light into a very dark room. So, you know, somebody pulls the shades, and you're like, oh, it's bright outside. I also heard a new voice within. And what that means, a new inner voice, a new inner compass, right? Sometimes our inner voice is outdated. Sometimes that inner voice that we listen to is not even us. It's other people. It's other people's voices, their beliefs and things like that. So I heard new voice within. Also some themes that could be coming through for you guys because this is happening in your 12th house, right? So new inner voice, subconscious, that is where life grows from, right? Those subconscious beliefs that we have that secretly run our lives from the shadows. So that's where the new voice is coming from, okay? Not letting self-esteem hold you back from trying new things, okay? Chiron in the 2nd house. You have been working through a self-esteem wound, perhaps self-worth wound that I think the North Node really helped when it was there. Now it's in your 1st house of you, okay? So we're still working on it. But I think you are getting stronger from these transits. No longer being trapped by the past. Okay. I feel like this new moon in Aquarius in your 12th house has an element of breaking free, especially Uranus in your 3rd house, who's going to station direct after this new moon. He's in the house of your mind, the 3rd house where Gemini naturally rules. So an unexpected, like, breaking free of like mental chains, imprisonment. Keep thinking about the past, rerunning it, you know, keeping you stuck or cocooned, right? And I do think it stems from like a self-worth wound. New environment, new experiences that challenge you to have fun, even if you're not feeling that confident about yourself, right? Because you have Venus, you're gonna have Venus retrograde in the 1st house. So I really got that from that. Venus, right? It's about It's about, you know, our looks too, right? And the first house especially, you really can't miss that. So you could be undergoing a makeover. You could be changing how you look. But I think on a deeper level, Pisces, you need to be loving, you know, loving yourself, loving your uniqueness, loving your unique look, you know, noticing the things you aren't confident about could be vain, honestly. And that's what I mean. And you could have, and it could have come from some of your one-on-one relationships, like, you know, comparing yourself to people. And I say that because the South Node is going into your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So some of your relationships are going to change. Some of them are going to exit your life altogether. Okay. And the question that they left me with for you guys, Pisces, as we get into your cards, it says that you should be committing to self. North Node in the 1st house. And the questions were, who are you and what brings you joy now? So you have Venus retrograde. Well, she's going into shadow tomorrow in your 1st house. Okay. So let's tap in. Let's see what's going on for Pisces. Queen of Swords in reverse. 5 of Cups before it fell. Yep. Judgment. Okay. Yeah, a lack of mental. It's like, okay, it's like a lack of mental boundaries, right? With the Queen of Swords in reverse. But look, Ace of Swords on the bottom. Lack of mental boundaries, meaning not being able to stop thinking. That's it. Like, get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of the mind. Get out. Go. Get out of there. Like, get out. Get into the world. You know. I think this is what that's talking about, and then trying to make a decision from that place of overthinking. Okay, you have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Clarity, the opposite of the Queen of Swords in reverse. What's the next thing to happen? Okay, you have the Two of Wands here. It was kind of sideways, and keep it that way. 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I really feel like this has everything to do with you slowly but surely getting out more, getting into new environments, having new experiences. You have Uranus in the 3rd house, even that's your community too. Even if it's just going somewhere new in your community, right? Not being afraid. And I think that Pluto in your 12th house is going to help you face any fears. Okay, because your 12th house can be deep, dark fears, right? And Pluto there is gonna trigger it so that you can feel safe. Okay, because you have Mars retrograde in the 5th house. So there is some kind of frustration or wound surrounding having fun or letting loose. Okay. So I feel like with the Two of Wands being the next thing to happen, you're going to have an opportunity to make some plans, to, you know, act on some plans. But with the 10 of Swords being there, you could be triggered. It could bring up like some type of fear or something. Okay. And if any fear is coming up, look, 7 of Swords. We know we need to trump that in this season that we're in. Okay. 7 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. So I do feel like there's going to be something that happens for you where you have an unexpected opportunity maybe to get out, to change your mind about something. But it also comes with a triggering like effect, right? I'm scared to do this though. Like last time I did this, or I don't know, is it safe? It might come with something like that. I think that's coming from a wound. And I think that the universe wants you to overcome that. What's the guidance? I'm hearing that Billie Eilish song that she has with Khalid. It's called, I think, Lovely. Thought I found a way. Thought I found a way out. Maybe look up the lyrics to that. I only can remember Thought I Found a Way Out. Oh, I hope someday I'll make get out of it. Oh my God. That is this. That is this. So it's like breaking free, embracing, and also not being afraid to embrace your mind thinking differently. Maybe you think differently, and it's time to embrace that. Uranus in your 3rd house, Aquarius in your 12th house. Okay, yeah, your guidance is the King of Wands in the 8 of Pentacles. So there is a new vision. Okay, there is a new vision. I'm also hearing a new mission for some of you. All right, let me cut the deck. Yep, as I say that, confirmation, the Fool, new. That's Aries. It's all about a new mission. And this one's more fun, more adventurous. Remember, when I first started, the first thing I heard for you was liven it up. And to do that, some of you are going to be triggered by your fears so that you can overcome them. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pisces. I pray those messages find you well, help, and heal. And I'm going to go ahead and get ready for Aries. Yeah, and I felt so much mental energy in your reading, Pisces. Like I still feel it up there. So let me get some water. Isn't it lovely? All right, guys, if you're coming in, I got my downloads to the side, so I'm like looking back and forth. Aries, the new moon in Aquarius is happening in your 11th house. Of course, I can tell you it's about friends, it's about groups, it's about the future, it's about changing your hopes and dreams, changing your goals. Yes, okay. It is about that. It's in that house. And it's the first time that you have a new moon there with Pluto in Aquarius. But I'm going to start with the download. So I heard directional reset, hardcore shift, hardcore rest. Then I heard rest set. So it was a play on the word reset, and it was rest set. And they were referencing the South Node now being in your 6th house. I heard it's okay to rest. It's okay to be at ease, to be spiritual. Okay? Essentially, Aries, you are leaning more into rest, into spirituality, into letting go of any type of like bad habits as well, any type of bad health habits. You're moving away from overworking. South Node in the 6th house always gives me that. And remember, if you listen to the downloads in the beginning, the new word that we're using, and you have Virgo in your 6th house, is where they get that Virgo is connected to work and service. Remember, the new word that Spirit is asking us to use for jobs are service. Okay, so you're rethinking your service. Okay, South Node in the 6th house. What service you offer to the world, how much you can offer that to the world. Okay. You could be setting a new intention for what you want in life, right? Again, I will make more time for my spiritual practices. I will carve out more time for therapy. I will, go to my whatever AA meetings, whatever it might be, because for some it could be that. I'm not being funny. Like for some it could be that. Now this is a big one, I think. I think you are starting to, because the 12th house is pretty private. It's like secluded and reclusive, but it is intimate. It can be intimate, but on an authentic frequency, right? So I think that you want to be intimate with people. You want to connect with people, but not people who drain you. You're sick of it. Sick of being drained. South Node just left your 7th house. You cannot do relationships that drain you anymore. And now South Node is in your 6th house of everyday things. It's just not going to work. You are tired of being around people. They always want something from you. You can't just be. Can't just connect. Can't just talk. They want something. They need this. They need that. And so you might find yourself aligning more with people who give you this new perspective of, wow, These people make me feel like something, or I feel like something in this group or this space, and I didn't even have to give anything. I'm just being me. I think it's a big turnaround for your self-esteem, for your self-worth, especially when Uranus goes direct in your second house right after the new moon. It's like these people just get you, or certain environments. You just feel like, wow, they just get me. I just click here. Okay. Could be with an online community. Whatever the case is, this is soul tribe vibe. So it does not have to be blood family or bio family. And for some of you, you've been pulling away from that with Mars retrograde in your 4th house. Okay. So let's see what's going on for Aries in the tarot. Okay. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the 7 of Pentacles. And you have the Knight of Pentacles here. I'm hearing slow down. Literally, I forgot. South Node in your 6th house. Slow down. And look at that. Pisces, 12th house, where the North Node is. Yeah. It's time to slow down. You're rethinking. There is about to be a huge, I feel like, directional shift for you with all this energy in your 11th house. Now, it might take time. The Knight of Pentacles is out here, and I can't ignore that. It's a slow-moving card. It might take time. It might take the whole transit of Pluto moving through your 11th house. But you'll see the progress of it. Okay? High Priestess, yeah, 6 of Wands, going where you are appreciated, not tolerated or not used and drained. Okay, what's the next thing to happen here for Aries? The 8 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. Going where the energy is reciprocal. Going where the energy is reciprocal and leaving somewhere where you have learned a lot of emotional lessons. Mars retrograde in your 4th house. You have learned a lot. And a lot of it, too, is about what you don't deserve. 6 of Cups. Mother wound for some of you. Childhood wound for some of you. Mars retrograde in the 4th house. Generational healing for some of you. Okay. What's the guidance here for Aries? Page of Wands in reverse and the Death card. Cut the deck. The Magician here. I'm hearing restoring your magic. Restoring your magic. This might be a quiet process at first with the North Node, in your 12th house. So your magic will be restored from your subconscious mind first. So they're working on reprogramming your subconscious mind, your belief system, helping you to literally believe in magic again, damn it. Okay, North Node in 12th house. I'm gonna say that. Helping you to believe in magic again. The woo-woo of life. And putting you around people who's gonna help that as well. And your job is to just lean into that. Lean into that. And you don't have to help you. Listen, I don't want to say like you don't have to help anybody. Of course you can help people, right? But 9 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, you have done a lot to build your world up. And it has not been easy. And I'm hearing people have the same 24 as you. At the end of the day, they have the same choices as you. 2 of Swords, 6 of Swords. They can choose to buckle down or play around. You can't have that burden of trying to, as I'm saying, you can't have that burden. 10 of Wands is here. Burdensome. You cannot have that burden of trying to take everybody with you. 5 of Swords in the Chariot, you're only slowing yourself down. People who are not wanting to go. And people who want to go, and as I wrap this up, people who want to go, you don't have to force them. Their vibration matches yours. So they're coming along. They're there. It's no forcing them or trying to convince them, come with me. Yeah, this is the way. No. Spirit is not aligning you with people like that. That's why the South Node went through your 7th house. Okay, this is soul tribe vibes. All right, that's what I have for you, Aries. I appreciate you. I pray those messages find you well, help, and heal. Let's go to Taurus. Taurus, let me pull up your downloads. Okay. Taurus, I heard Moving On Up theme song. If you know, you know. Okay, moving on up from the Jeffersons. Moving on up. Okay, so elevation. Okay, leveling up. I heard blocked thinking, and this is happening in your 10th house. Okay, top of the sky. It's about reputation, career, status, how people see you. All right, the external. Okay, so I heard blocked thinking, Mars retrograde in your 3rd house. Mental blocks could start to clear as you take new chances with groups and your creativity. Okay, the North Node is in your 11th house. So there could be a fear of being in groups. I see Chiron in the 12th house. There could be a wound of being isolated, being outcasted, things of the sort. I feel like you'll have opportunities around this new moon to heal that, to integrate into groups that are like you, are more, y'all vibe. Envisioning a more dreamy future may be the key to some notable success, right? So this is maybe coming up with an innovative idea. This is almost akin to like what I was telling Aquarius. Something that can change your status, right? You have Pluto that's going to be moving through your 10th house for the next 20 years. Like your status is going to change. There's power. Literally, I feel like there's so much power that you're going to be gaining. This is 10th house we're talking about. This is power everyone can see and witness. So be responsible with it, Taurus, okay? And be responsible in building this and wielding this power, okay? Like for real. There's a lot of people could be looking up to you too. Yeah, you could be collaborating with other powerful people as well, who can bring some of your heartfelt ideas that have been hard to articulate to life. So you could actually get support from a different group. But the thing is, in getting support from a group, you might have to pull away from another group or old friends or outdated habits or something like that. You're going to have to lean into the different idea. Say, for instance, you are a musician. It's just off the top. Say, for instance, you are a musician. You've gone through something in life. You want to put this new album out, but you can't, you just can't quite articulate the emotions and translate it the way you want to. Boom. I feel like North Node going through your 11th house, this energy in your 10th house, you could link up with this very eclectic, literally I had a download that said the eclectic crew is the one for you, Taurus, okay? You could link up with like a very eclectic, dreamy songwriter, producer that's like, hey, yeah, I can make that work, whatever. Boom, match made in heaven, but you'll have to trust that, you have to trust that feeling. Okay. Yes, and this individual or this energy could be helping you share something, share your thoughts with others, really help you to express yourself. Some of you are overcoming drinking, other bad habits, and like overindulgence in drinking. I mean, like I said, leaving behind toxic friend groups who contribute to maybe a lack of creativity, stagnation, right? Staying in the same place. Staying in like childlike ways, immature ways. Entering new spaces can feel uncomfortable. So I think that's something they want you to be mindful of. That doesn't mean that you're not supposed to be there. Okay. Also, again, like I said, a lot of you can be seen as very witty, unique, different, and again, over time, extremely powerful with Pluto moving through your 10th house. So all right, let's see what's going on for Taurus. You have the moon in reverse. You have the death card. So some people don't like the change. I mean, Uranus is going direct in your 1st house. Some people don't like the change. Okay. All right. And the 10 of Wands here. I also think, no, that was Leo I was talking to last time, and there they are on the bottom. There could have been some people that have underestimated you. Okay. I also feel like there is an energy of like something being outdated and South Node moving through your 5th house. So this is like, I feel like revamping your creativity, or helping you be creative in a new way. Again, how can your creativity be of use to humanity? 11th house. How can it help? Okay. Right. It's time for the tide to change. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Wands. This is like, I'm literally hearing the next act. This is the next act. Okay. What's the next thing to happen? The 6 of Pentacles. That's a Taurus card. Reward, reciprocation. Okay. And I think this is from expressing yourself with the Knight of Swords there. Yep. You have Mercury in the 10th house too. Yep. And the Hermit card with the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like y'all have a gift to give to the world, to give to a certain group, something like that. You have a gift that you need to share. But it needs to be from your heart. And I feel like that's your next step. I feel like some of you are going to be releasing something, dropping something that you've been working on, or sharing something publicly, or just revealing a new you that is really, you have done the soul work with the Hermit out here. Okay, look, Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. You're ready to share it. You're ready to share it. So what is the guidance here? Clarify the guidance. 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles here. This is the next act. And I think some of you have a goal. I think some of you, your goal is to attain a certain amount of power. This could be about legacy wealth as well. Because 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles here. Yeah, you're about to work with some powerful people. You're about to be collaborating with some powerful people. Yep. 4 of Pentacles here. And 7 of Pentacles. Absolutely. Oh my God. And then the King of Pentacles. This is power. You're about to be collaborating with some very, very powerful people. But that 4 of Cups right there, that is giving me South Node moving through your 5th house. So again, you're going to have to lean into some different things. Innovative, different, creative. All right. That's what I have for you, Taurus. I appreciate you guys. I pray those messages find you will help and heal. Let's get the chart up for Gemini. I'm hearing, dang, I'm getting downloads on top of the downloads I done already wrote out for y'all. I'm hearing, all my life been poor, but it really don't matter no more. Y'all remember that song? If you know, you know. I think that's is that Nappy Boys, Nappy Roots? Something like that. But I know it's called Po Folks. I'm hearing that song. I don't know if it's talking about the lyrics specifically. We'll see. Or if it's just describing the era of time, the time period of that song. I don't know. Okay, Gemini. You're going to have this new moon in Aquarius in your 9th house, higher learning, the higher mind, the God house, philosophy, the existential house next to the 8th house. Okay, here are some of the downloads that I got for you guys. I heard surge of enlightenment. I also heard age of enlightenment. I heard direct flow of consciousness to the higher mind, 9th house. For me, 9th house, 12th house. Instantaneous realizations, Uranus in your 12th house, going direct after the new moon. Okay, I'm trying to align it with the planetary association that I got the download from. Okay, some of these realizations will definitely be of a spiritual nature that can help push you further in life, in your career, your status, reputation. Okay, some of you can have a mentor or spiritual guide coming in, or one that's already there that is helping you with some type of enlightenment, some type of knowledge. Okay, someone who can actually help you, okay, can actually help you move forward, actually help you progress in something. Maybe provide some support where you have been wounded before from rejection or lack of support. And I say that because you have Chiron, the wounded warrior, the wounded healer, in your 11th house of groups, associations, okay, humanity, okay. Also, some of you could be getting advised on like investments or something like that. Someone who can show you also how to take difficult emotions, self-noting your 4th house, and not sabotage yourself, but use those emotions to channel them into actually moving your life forward, channel them into actually making you money, you know? Okay. Uranus is also helping to illuminate how quickly you can and may have sabotaged yourself in the past. So we talked about that. Some of you might be connecting better with people who are from different backgrounds than you. They are in different places. And maybe that's where you belong. 10 of Pentacles, soul family. The star. Aquarius. And that's literally where that's where the new moon is. Aquarius. 5 of Swords, another Aquarius card. It's about, this is about connecting with the right people for you. And yep, the Emperor here. So I definitely feel like either this is enlightenment coming literally from your higher mind, again, a direct flow of consciousness pouring down into your crown chakra, or this is somebody coming in. This is a mentor. This is somebody who can help. This is somebody who really got the keys. They really got the answers. Not saying you don't have to do any work. Okay. Yeah, the Emperor, temperance, somebody coming in to bring some ease, to bring some support, to bring some flow, to bring some healing. Okay, what's the next thing to happen here? Next thing to happen is the Ace of Cups, direct flow of consciousness. Flow, water flows. The Ace of Cups, Devil here. This is also getting out of self-sabotaging emotions, the Ace of Cups and the Devil, and you instead using it, because we all feel icky emotions. South Node in the 4th house, we all feel it sometimes and get triggered and uncomfortable and want to project or self-sabotage, but you can use that energy, boom, to do that. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. All right, what's the guidance here? 8 of Pentacles and the Tower. Something could definitely be changing about work. Okay, North Node in the 10th house. Yeah, we know that. Yep. The Tower, the 8 of Wands. Sorry, guys. Got a message. Dang, I have so many notifications on my phone. Give me one more card of guidance for them. 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles here. There's the 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. Yeah. And I literally, didn't I say that? Yeah, I said a wise investor too. 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 4 Cups here again. I think, again, this is somebody, if it's somebody else coming in or if it's coming from your own enlightenment, I think you're learning how to get out of your own way. I really do. New philosophies on life, new way of seeing life from a higher perspective, not getting boggled down by your feelings, but using those feelings as a guide, using your triggers. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Gemini. I appreciate you guys. I pray that those messages find you well. I pray that they help. I pray that they are healing. And I will catch you all in the next one as I move to Cancer. All right, Cancerians. All right, Cancer, it's happening in your 8th house. It's definitely a deep house. I heard existential as soon as I came into the energy. I'm going to read your downloads. You're expanding, reprogramming the subconscious by challenging embedded programs or theories that run your life, okay? 8th house, I think working with the 9th house with the North Node there for you. Some of you are reprogramming religious beliefs. Some of you are asking the forbidden questions. This is all 8th house energy, or at least being curious about them, okay? Doing your own research about them, okay? I also heard we invite you to engage with your higher mind, okay? North Node in your 9th house. South Node in your 3rd house equals less logic and practicality and sensibility, less rigidity in the thinking, and perfectionist and nitpicking and all of this, and leaning more into these higher spiritual concepts, higher perspectives on life. Okay. There could be people who light a spark of curiosity within you that leads to delving into certain topics, certain things. And now this leads me to the financial part, because some of those things could be financial. Okay. Some of you watch any triggering, because some of y'all could be really showing some frustration related to where you want to be versus where you are. And you might be projecting that, okay, if you're not aware of it. Okay. And in reference to that, there could be an easier or quicker or even more innovative way for you to build long-term money or investments, okay? And sorry, guys. My son sent me a message. There could be an easier way, right? So you could get a different idea. Again, you're doing more research on something. The 8th house is financial. Okay, it's about shared resources and things too. So somebody could really put you on. Somebody could really put you on. But I think you're having to, your mind has to expand. You have to start seeing things from a higher perspective. South Node in the 3rd house. It can't be all about logic and, well, that doesn't make sense. Like, nope. And I think you're ready for that. Okay. Cancerians, what's going on here? The Hermit. Strength card in reverse. Okay, that's Mars retrograde for you. And the Emperor, that's 3 major arcanas. One is in reverse. And there you go, the Chariot on the bottom. What's the next thing to happen here? Queen of Swords is the next thing to happen. She been out here a lot today. Is it because it's a new moon in the air sign? She don't play. She's been out here a lot. All right, that is the next thing to happen. Got it. Guidance is the 8 of Wands. Yep. For one thing, what's happening right now, Mars retrograding your 1st house, strength card in reverse. You are working on your confidence. Okay, you are working on your confidence. There is a silent power that's being built up within you. Again, watch your triggers. Because with Mars retrograding your 1st house, they can just, it's hard to hide, Cancer, okay? So just own them. Just own your triggers, okay? Card in reverse, yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse here. Own where you have been hurt. Don't be afraid to express that as well. You having a new moon in a very deep house. The 8th house is intimate. You have to lean into it. You have to lean into that. Mercury's in that house. You have to lean into the deep, the uncomfortable. Okay. Yeah, and I also feel like you have a lot of ideas. You've had a lot of ideas, but you've constantly talked yourself out of it, because the ideas that maybe you have been having, they are meant to stay in that 9th house. They are meant to stay on the higher vibration, like the higher frequency of those. It's meant to stay in the higher mind with your higher self, so that because your higher self knows how to manifest it into the 3D. Instead, I feel like what has been happening with these ideas is that we're keeping it in the lower mind and we're thinking practically about it. Oh, that won't work. How will that work? That doesn't make that. That's too, imaginary. That's not going to happen. That's not realistic. South Node's in the 3rd house of Virgo. We're not being realistic anymore. That's just it. Like, we're just not. Guidance is the 8 of Wands, Page of Swords. When you get the idea, do it. You get the urge to go research something, do it. You get an intuitive nudge to look into something, do it. Don't even think about it. Do it. All right. Cut the deck. Ace of Pentacles, because that's behind it. 8th house is financial, but it's also deep. All right. That's what I have for you, Cancerians. I appreciate you guys. I love you. I pray those messages find you well, helping you. All right. I am going to get to Leo, the lion. Oh, you know what I just thought of, Leo, coming into your energy. That clip of that actor, Aaron Pierre, who plays Mufasa in some new Lion King. I don't know, child. They always remaking it. And that little clip that's going around with that where he goes through Jennifer Hudson's spirit tunnel, that Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. Just keep hearing Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. Okay. Leo. This is taking place in your 7th house, relationships. Okay, I heard new relationship atmosphere, which they broke down. That just means that a different frequency within your one-on-one relationships is currently being established and will continue to be. You are leaning into more fruitful partnerships and collaborations. They actually bear fruit. They can unexpectedly alter your career, your life path, your status, your purpose, what you consider your purpose. A lot of you could be tapping into resources that are available to you because you have the North Node in the 8th house now, right? So there could be a lot of resources that are available to you. You're going to be forming unexpected alliances. Now, some of you, this is going to piss off hidden enemies. Okay? I don't feel like there's any other way to say that. You're also, I feel like, gaining a lot of different perspective on things. Excuse me, no. A different perspective. I'm sorry, I'm reading my downloads, y'all. And they just come out and I just write them. All right. South Node in Virgo. We ain't trying to be perfect. Another way that I was getting this energy, the different perspective. Some of you are forming new relationships based on your service to others as a result of detaching from earthly possessions. So some of you are changing direction because you are understanding or changing what is important to you in life. Okay, and so your line of service to others is going to change because of that as a result. Some of you might be using the resources that are available to you to actually help other people. And in some kind of way that's also healing you. It can also be resolving past karmic debts. Okay. And I also feel like there could be a lot of unexpected changes in opinions about you. Uranus in the 10th house, kind of public, or, and it rules. Uranus is associated with your 7th house with other people. So I feel like people could unexpectedly change their minds about you. And I think for a lot of you, it could be very favorable. And some guidance that they kind of gave before I get into your cards is that your interactions with others should be deep and intimate, but be sure that lines are not blurred where they should not be. Okay, because I feel like the 8th house with all of this energy there, we got Venus and Neptune conjunct the North Node. It can get a little real woo-woo. Okay, so make sure some boundaries are in the 8th house. Okay, all right, what's going on here for Leo? You have 2 of Wands in reverse. You have the World. Something cannot go on the way that it has been going. Yep. and the Queen of Wands. And I'm hearing you are having the confidence to change that. You're having the confidence to change that. All right. Yeah. And I feel like Eight of Swords here. Again, yeah, some of you, it's like you're having a second chance at resolving something that you wanted to do in the past, but you couldn't because you were overthinking. You weren't as confident, right? Mars retrograde in your 12th house of the past. So you are revisiting some things from the past, and now you're ready to act on it, especially when Mars goes direct, okay? What's the next thing that happened here? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm going to put those back. It was the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. I'm not sure how they wanted that to come out. Thank you. Next thing to happen, Five of Swords. Said it's going to piss people off. And there was no other way that I could say that. You know. Clarify the Five of Swords. Yeah. 10 of Cups. Your happiness, maybe you helping other people, making other people happy. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know why somebody would be mad about that. But there, in fact, are some people that are going to be pissed off about the alliances that you start to form. This is a new moon in your 7th house. There will be new relationships, or again, there is a new relationship atmosphere, meaning there's a different frequency being established in your relationships, whether that is you saying, you know what, I have new standards and you don't meet them. And these people do, you know? Ace of Pentacles here. And again, this is not, for some of you, it's not personal. It's business, okay? I need a fruitful partnership. I'm trying to grow here, all right? I'm trying to grow here. South Node in the 2nd house. What's the guidance? Ooh. The Knight of Wands is the one that flipped over. Taking charge, taking the lead. What else? And the Queen of Cups. Keep your intentions pure. That's what I get with this. Keep your intentions pure. And remember, those lines, don't let them get too blurry. Don't let them get too blurry. And don't let anyone again, this is like I don't know. I'm kind of getting like this could be like bullying type of energy. It's that herd, that sheep mentality that I was talking about. Like everybody trying to be like, Leo, why why trying to get you to like get on board with like the way that they think or something. And you're like, no, stand 10 toes down on that. Okay. And I'm not saying to be tyrannical. Like you shouldn't be a tyrant. That's swinging the pendulum way too far. There are some people that you're going to have to work with. New moon in the 7th house. 8th house is lit up as well. That's joint. Okay. Yeah. But 10 of Wands. 3 of Cups here. People have to know how to have fun. If it's that, but also get the job done. Period. Get the job done. Whatever. You know? Okay, that's what I have for you, Leo. I appreciate you guys. I pray those messages find you well, help, and heal. We're going to go ahead and get to Virgo. Then I have Libra, Scorps, Sag, and Cap. I'm going to Virgo now. Oh, God, no. I'm hearing... while I get your downloads up, that line from that Beyonce song, Signs. The first line when she was like, I was in love with a Sagittarius. He blew my mind. He also had a flip side. Too much like a Gemini. Okay. I don't know why we're hearing that, Virgo. You're having the new moon in your 6th house. This is actually the house of you. Like you naturally rule the 6th house. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's get to your downloads. I heard everything new. Your daily routines are changing. That's just it. That's just it. They finna change. And I do feel like it's to expand your world. Okay. I'm looking at Jupiter up in your 10th house. Like it's trying to do something shut up there in your 10th house, Virgo. So, I feel like whatever is changing in your daily routine, it is to help your status. It is to help your career, your reputation, how people see you. Okay. And gains, gaining in that area in the 10th house. Jupiter is there, for goodness sake. Your routine, I think it is important for you to understand, Virgo, your routine will not be conventional. Okay, this is Aquarius energy in your 6th house being activated by a stellium. It is not going to be conventional. Understand that, accept that. Okay, accept that, and it will be your friend. Resist that, and we struggle, all of us, wherever this energy is. Okay, a lot of you, your eating habits could be changing. Whether that's, gluttonous habits like overindulging, right? Or under eating too, they really mention. Okay, there could be a new job. But remember, I put new job and then in parentheses, remember the download I got at the beginning, we're not calling it job anymore. You are offering a new service. You are tapping into a new service that will serve humanity. It will actually serve humanity. It's something that you do naturally, right? It would be something along those lines. And for some of you, it could be something that, like, you're providing something that is also going to help people with their health. This is 6th house. This is health, habits, routines, exercise. Sorry, y'all. Somebody's walking past the house. And again, if this is you providing a new service, it's going to be working with Jupiter in your 10th house, and there can be big gains from this. You shouldn't come from that place. This is going to come from a place of genuinely wanting to serve, genuinely wanting to help, and the blessing just being the after effect, Okay, the new routine is going to require you to be light. Aquarius is light, it's quick, it's short, it's, that's why I'm saying your everyday life is, I don't know, something about it's going to be different. It's going to be unconventional. It's not going to be the typical, like, everyday routine as everybody else or somebody else. So don't compare yourself. Own that. Some of you could be taking unexpected trips to work with new people, unexpected. Yes, to work with new people. I'm sorry, guys. Reading my downloads, like, what, girl? Be careful not to fall into not to put these people on a pedestal and idolize these people. You got a lot happening in your 7th house. You naturally have Pisces in your 7th house too. So, sometimes, people can be on a pedestal, or we can see people, as flawless or something like that. So just be mindful of that we're all living an earthly experience. Nobody is higher than you. Okay. Because the disillusionment that can come from that can really drop you back down to earth, and it can really, really sting. So, just be aware of that and get ahead of that. And Spirit offered some guidance right after that. And it was to avoid that by staying true to yourself, so that your vibe attracts the right tribe, because they want to come in, right? So, remember, you had the North Node in your 8th house giving you a deeper experience. Don't let that go. Remember, you want to connect with people who are also true to themselves, who are also engaging deeply in life, not just worried about what they have and how much and how they look and this and that and all that superficial stuff, right? So that's another way you can avoid idolizing people, right? And falling into that disillusionment. I also heard teamwork makes the dream work. So a lot of you could be working within teams, building your confidence. Mars retrograde in your 11th house. Some of you, there's going to be some life-changing experiences. This is very specific right here. So some of you, there's going to be some life-changing experiences ushered in by a woman specifically, or a feminine energy, or a Piscean. Okay, highly likely. Some of you. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's what I got. Also, don't compromise yourself to fit in. All right. Give me more for Virgo. You have the 9 of Pentacles. That's a Virgo card. Hello. All right. You have the Queen of Cups. Service. Three of Wands. I'm hearing, I'm hearing feeling more confident to put yourself out there. Okay. Yep. Look at that. Three of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. And then the Devil on the bottom, they brought me straight to the South Node in your first house. This is, again, like, I think the South Node in the first house can also manifest itself as like not really like putting so much emphasis on like how you look too, or the physical. Again, the physical. You could be leaning into relationships that really support that. And that would be people who are also being true to themselves. Okay, who are also not so entangled in earthly shit and bound by that superficial stuff. What's the next thing that happened here for Virgo? Ten of Wands and the Six of Swords. What did I say? What the hell did I say? That your everyday life has to get light, has to get lighter. Ten of Wands, you got to put the wands down. It cannot be strenuous. It cannot be strenuous. The Six of Swords is an Aquarius card, and that is your sixth house. Okay, so some of you are putting down something, you're walking away from something. Some of you are, you guys are walking away from something in the sixth house that is heavy. It is too much. It is burdensome. Even if it's just you being in fight or flight mode, you're healing that. Okay, you're coming into healing that. The Empress on the bottom, she is not in flight or fight mode. She is not in survival mode, baby. Like, she is flowing. She moves slow. Because she's enjoying the beauty of life. Let me look at this tree on the way. She's not rushing and hustle. This is ease. And the universe is going to push you into it, period. So just flow. Flow. Whatever is leaving in your everyday life, you must let it go. Okay, what's the guidance here? Guidance is the Ace of Cups. Flow. Water flows. This is the Ace of Cups. Flow. The Nine of Wands is about hardship. That is leaving. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Some of they are heavily emphasizing not to attach yourself to whatever it is that is leaving at this time. Okay. Some of you it left. I was literally about to say at the Cancer full moon. Three of Cups, and you've just been processing it over this time, and some aha moment could come in around this new moon in Aquarius. All right, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. I appreciate you guys. I pray that those messages find you well. I pray that they're helpful and that they are healing. I'm gonna get the chart set up for Libra. I need to take like a 1.5-minute break, guys, and we'll finish off. I got Libra, Scorpio, Sag, and Capricorn to finish off with. Okay, I do need like a 1.5-minute break, guys. And then I'll come right back. All right, appreciate your patience. All righty. All right, guys. I'm back. It's kind of like a busy day. Or just like new routines, really. It's just new routines, new flows that I'm learning to flow in and not be in survival mode in, you know? So I'm just trying to give myself grace. I hope you give yourself grace in these new changes, you know? All right, Libra. You are having this new moon in your 5th house. Yes, it's playful. It's about sex, romance. In fact, actually, let's get to your downloads, okay? Because as soon as I came into your energy, I heard I'm bringing sexy back. Okay, yes, they were referencing the song. Okay, if you know, you know. I heard fun, play, romance, sex, travel, hot, steamy. Okay, I also heard the experiences you did not know you needed. Okay, this is a new moon in the 5th house. Uranus in your 8th house, like that. Oh, it's deep. That's deep. There's also a financial aspect to this. I'm going to get to that. Some of you could be losing weight, okay, which can help bring up your vitality and energy. A lot of you are retrieving joy, okay? If you saw my post about the download, the 2 words I got about Venus going into shadow and the whole Venus retrograde, I think the theme is going to be joy retrieval, the retrieval of joy. So you retrieving joy in your everyday life. I'm looking at the North Node. Venus retrograde is going to happen in your 6th house. That's the everyday life. Some of you, okay, this is going to require you to activate more boundaries in your everyday life to make more room for fun, ease, flow, slower days that are filled with beauty, pleasure, leisure. Okay. And a lot of this could be coming from the urge to break free from certain obligations that you have. And for some of you, they are connected to other people, work, right? Your service, right? And their resources. So some of you are wanting to disconnect from having to, I don't know, deal with other people's resources. Okay. Now, Mars retrograde in your 10th house, I definitely feel like has been gearing you up for some big changes in terms of like your career or status or what you do, your purpose. Now let me get to the financial aspect as I shuffle up for you guys. Some of y'all, an idea that you envision or that you have already started to put into action could unexpectedly, right? Because I was kind of getting this with Uranus in the 8th house. It could unexpectedly like pop off, go viral, bring in something like that. Maybe you make more money than you make at the job that you make in a day. You know, that's just an example of like the energy that I get from that. And in that, right, I'm not saying, oh, quit your job when that happens, right? In that, it's like something goes off and you're like, oh shit, like I could really do this. And then I can pull away from this place permanently. And then I can not have to rely on them, you know, their paycheck, whatever it is. It's like it's a seed that is planted. Okay. And the last thing I heard was working smarter, not harder. And yeah, literally, that's self-explanatory. What's happening here for Libra? You have the King of Wands. That's Leo, and that's the 5th house where this new moon is happening for you. King of Pentacles in reverse. Financial obligations, instability there. And the Lovers, a choice, a decision. I'm hearing also being equally yoked. Some of you, this is going to reignite passion in the bedroom. Some of you are going to have some unexpected, deep, passionate, romantic encounters. Okay. Clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse. The 6 of Pentacles here. Well, okay. I'm hearing pouring into something that gives back to you. So again, for some of you, this could be something of your own. Again, like your own business or something. And for some of you, it is about relationships. For some of you, it is about romance. Okay. 5th house. What's the guidance? Excuse me. What's the next thing that happened here? The Wheel of Fortune. 7 of Cups. That is like that unexpected energy that I'm talking about. And the 7 of Cups is like the seed that is planted that opens up a world of potential where it gets you like, what if I did that? Right? But it's like you see like something happens that is surprising, that I don't know, sparks some optimism for you to start something or change something. Whatever it is, it's more playful, it's more fun, it's quirky, it's different. What's the guidance? High Priestess. And the 6 of Swords. And the 5 of Pentacles. So some of you are not having fun because you're too boggled down again by financial obligations or contractual obligations and agreements. And your guidance is to follow your intuition a lot more, because this is about to pull you away from that in a creative way. And you cannot think about it logically. Do not try to think about what that is. You will feel it. It will. The High Priestess is out here. The Wheel of Fortune is out here. Take the opportunities to have fun. They are your way out. Take the opportunities to be more creative, to have the different experience, the deeper experience. All right, that's what I have for you. Libra, I appreciate you. I pray those messages find you well, help heal. I'll go ahead and get to Scorpio. All right, Scorpios, let me get your chart up. After Scorpio, y'all, I just have Sag and Capricorn. Okay, Scorpio, I have up your chart. Let me get up your downloads because it was a lot. It was a lot. I heard, well, first of all, this is happening in your 4th house, Scorpio. We could say all the regular things, right? It's the bottom of your chart. It's private because it's opposite the 10th chart, which is public. It's how you feel. It's your home life. It's your mom's side. It's generational. It's where you come from as far as like your legacy, your bloodline. Okay. We got all that out the way. I heard, who are you? I also heard, hello from the other side. I heard, are you safe enough to be yourself? This is a very important time for you, Scorpio, to open up, to be vulnerable. It will be rewarding. Maybe even financially rewarding, Scorpio. Do not shy away from vulnerability at this time. The universe is urging you to be that. This is a new moon in your 4th house. Another thing that I heard, okay, very clearly, and they are emphasizing this, you are different. This is Aquarius in your 4th house. The true you are different. Have you accepted that? Or are you still masking? Because I was masking. Check my story in the beginning. And it's okay if you haven't fully accepted that. Don't shame yourself. But it's time to start embracing your difference, your differences, what makes you different, what makes you unique. It's actually the thing that they want you to share with us all. Okay. For some of you, this Uranus in your 7th house could bring about an unexpected person or interaction that brings a chance to build your confidence, which is needed because you're needing to project yourself more out into the world and make maybe more money. Okay. Jupiter in the 8th house. Okay. Big money. Okay. So again, you being vulnerable, these are major keys they're giving. You being vulnerable will help speed up the process in removing you from spaces where you felt judged or where you actually are judged, and align you more with soul tribes who are just as creative as you, just as different and unique as you. Okay. A lot of you need to accept that your home life is going to be different. It is going to be unconventional. It's going to be quirky. It's going to be different than other people's. Accept that. And that is whatever you want it to be, right? It doesn't have to be like this far out there. Your house is like a spaceship or something, like, right? It's just whatever is different to you. This is Aquarius in the 4th house. Like your home life, your private, it's gonna look different than other people's. And wherever they have Aquarius in their chart, it's gonna look different than other people's. Embrace it, accept it. Okay. Have no shame about it. Seriously. Like, seriously, I think that's a big thing for us Scorpio risings. Have no shame about how different we are. Okay, we have something to bring. Okay. Yes, this was a major key. Your home, your physical, literal home, and your internal home has to be uniquely you, Scorpio, in order for you to feel safe enough to express yourself. This is to express yourself deeply, okay? This is something I have been working on. Just peeling back my layers, peeling back masks I didn't even know I was buried under. And a lot of that comes from judgments that you've held on to from other people, you've internalized, you know? So watch that. But this place of expressing yourself deeply, Scorpio, that is the place that you are reconnecting with. That's a part of your soul remembrance. Your ability to be able to express and be like this unique, this unique being. Wow. Also heard very clearly, I'm gonna start getting your cards out here, that this is where you start changing the tide in your bloodline. Remember, I keep calling y'all, keep calling us the generational curse breakers. This is where it starts. This is it, man. So start making those different choices, okay, in that 4th house. What's different? Okay, 6 of Swords, Ace of Cups. Some of you, okay? Some of you over these next 20 years, I don't know, at the end of this, like I said, you're not going to be finding yourself in the same place. Some of y'all might be off the grid or something, I don't know. Okay, I also heard it stops with me in reference to breaking generational curses, okay? Also, there can be a big play on your ideas versus society and what they want, okay? I'm looking at the South Node in your 11th house. Go with yours. Even if you look like the loner, even if you look like the outcast, go with your idea, okay? I don't know how else to put that. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Go with your idea. I'm not saying you don't need help, but it's not really a time to be taking advice. You know what to do, okay? Let's get some guidance out here for Scorpio. You know what to do, and I want to be matter of fact about that, okay? Strength card in reverse. That's the confidence being built. Star with this new moon. That's the star is Aquarius. That's the new moon. Trying to make the connections, y'all. And the sun. Come on, 3 major arcanas. Who y'all playing with? Okay, and then the sun is the opposite sign of Aquarius. That's Leo. It's your 10th house. I told you. Healing whatever this confidence is in strength card is also Leo. It's going to help you big time. You're going to be able to project yourself out into the public space or into the world more confidently. Because remember, Mars is just in your 9th house for right now. When he goes direct, he going to go back into your 10th house. It's on, it's up, and it's stuck. Okay? Like, I really want y'all to feel that energy. So build that muscle right now. Work that muscle right now. Get confident. Be quirky. Let the world see you as you are. Authentically you. Okay, authentically you. All right. I'm a little hungry. My stomach is growling. Sorry, guys. Authentically me, okay? What's the next thing to happen for Scorpio? The King of Wands, you are reclaiming your vision. Whoever destiny swapped with you claiming it. I like that term, but nobody can really take your destiny. But I get the idea behind that. That just came from you playing small, but you recognize that, and now you coming, okay? And you're not leaving no crumbs, okay? The Hermit, and if you just need an extra confirmation, the Queen of Wands, just to match the King of Wands energy. That's all. All right, what's the guidance? the Page of Cups and the High Priestess. They tried to take away your dreaminess. They told you it was childish. They told you not to do that. They told you need to grow up. Grow up. South Node in your 11th house. Grow back down. Literally, grow back down. Go back into this energy. Okay? Because they would essentially what they did was take your magic. And now you're taking it back and you're using it. And everything that they told you was different about you and you couldn't use that and hide that, you're reclaiming it. And the world's about to see it and they're going to appreciate it because you genuinely appreciate yourself. And I appreciate you. All right. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. I love you. I pray those messages find you well, help, and heal. And let's keep it rolling. Let's go to Sag. Why am I hearing that? Every time I come into y'all energy, even when I was studying it earlier, I heard that song, New Freezer. I don't even know who sings that. I don't even know the melody or anything. I just know the one line, New Freezer. Like, what? I don't know. Sag, let's get into it. It's happening in your 3rd house, this new moon in Aquarius. It is the house of the mind. It's the original house of Gemini. It's the house of your community. It is the house of your siblings. It's the house of short trips. So it's local. Whereas the 9th house is, it's further away. So yeah, you could be coming into new community. In fact, I think that's a big theme. Some of you are coming closer to home, maybe staying closer to home, experiencing new things within your community, new car or things associated with your car. Okay. New mindset. This is the 3rd house. This is Gemini, Mercury's territory, new mindset. I'm also hearing happy homemaker. Okay. Some of you have been home or spirit has been pushing you to be more at home, to do more in your home. North Node in the 4th house. I'm looking here. Saturn in the 4th house and Saturn in the 4th house. I have been through that transit. Can sometimes be a little daunting. It can be feeling like you have so many responsibilities. Like you have to take care of so many people in your family too with Saturn in your 4th house. But I feel like for some of you, with Uranus in the 6th house, about to go direct, you might be having to change your heart. You might actually be liking to be at home more. Now, this is because, though, I feel like you are creating a new mindset around it. Now, some of you, if you have been burdened down by family and you feel like you're indebted to them and things like that, your mindset might really get you out of that. Uranus in the 6th house, switching up the everyday routine. Boom, you out of there. Didn't even see it coming, So in a new community, engaging with new people, you have a new task. Right now, it takes you away from the house. You don't have all those responsibilities anymore, right? So for some of you, it could play out that way. Some of you, again, you're just gaining a better mindset about your home, about your environment, where you come from. Some of you, it's about your mom. A lot of you could be having changes in your health habits, again, overindulgence, okay, which again could have a deeper root, is always rooted in something deeper. There's a big emphasis on creating the life you want for yourself, not others' expectations of you. A lot of times Saturn in the 4th house can also play out as that. I experienced that. And again, just welcoming new people into your community, helping heal the younger you, and also maybe a mother wound for some of you. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What's going on for Sag? You have the King of Pentacles. Okay. You have the 5 of Cups. Wow. And the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. Okay. I get it. Yeah. And the Moon. You're done people pleasing. You're not trying to make, let's just say, for example, mom and dad proud anymore. Right? I'm not saying you don't care about them. I'm not saying all that. Please don't put words in my mouth. Right? That's not your goal anymore. Okay. You're switching it up. You have a new mindset that is helping you to break free from that type of thinking. Feeling indebted, like you have some type of karmic debt there. And this is redefining who you are. What kind of life do you want to live? Not what they expected you to be, right? South Node in the 10th house. became a doctor because mom said, well, that's one that will make you lots of money. Right? Right? I'm not saying she had bad intentions or anybody. Right? It's no finger pointing. It just is what it is. Clarify the Five of Cups. Yep. Eight of Swords in reverse. Giving people their baggage back. For you, I could say the same thing. I think I said it for Pisces. There's a new voice being built within. Some of you, that inner voice was not yours. So that voice you were listening to wasn't even your guiding voice. It was somebody else's, maybe a family member, an elder, Saturn in the 4th house. Yep, Four of Pentacles, playing it too safe. Oh, well, just be a doctor. They make lots of money. Well, just go to law school. They make lots of money. Playing it safe. Six of Wands, right? They get a lot of praise. A lot of people see them. They're famous. South Node in the 10th house. You don't want that. North Node in the 4th house. You want something more true to you. More authentic. What's the next thing to happen? If I'm lying, I'm flying. Okay. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. That's South Node. That's South Node in the 10th house. That's South Node in your 10th house of Virgo. Eight of Pentacles is a Virgo card too. Okay. Check me on that. All right. And the Nine of Cups here. You are deading it. You are deading other people's expectations of you in pursuit of this Nine of Cups, in pursuit of what it is that you truly want. And check this. So Eight of Pentacles is a Virgo card, right? Where the South Node is. Nine of Cups is a Piscean card, where the North Node is. Come on. What's the guidance? New freezer. Why am I here? Do y'all need a new freezer? Because why am I here? What is going on? What's happening? Okay. Your guidance is the Page of Wands here. The 10 of Swords. Mercury is in your 3rd house, and Mercury feels comfortable there in your 3rd house because it's the home of Mercury. It's the home of Gemini, where Mercury is comfortable. So there's a lot of communication happening for you. You could be expressing your pains, your hurts, and because you do have Mars retrograde in your 8th house very deeply, it could be rather shocking to people. Okay, yeah, the High Priestess, you're speaking from your heart. And again, you are reconnecting with your creativity. You are redefining, you're becoming curious. Some of you are going to start to look into like different areas around you, different places. I don't know if you're planning a move or something like that. For some of you, I get that intuitively. Get curious, get curious, get curious. Have fun, play, and fuck other people's expectations of you. Simply put. And with love. I love you, okay? Pray those messages find you, will help and heal. Lastly, we are going to get to Capi and Capricorn. A Capricorn. Okay. All right, Caps, let me get your shorts on the screen. Yeah, don't mind me. I just break out into like for accents all the time. I'm very goofy, y'all, very silly. The more that I start to peel these layers back and, you know, really reclaim, you know, come back into the soul remembrance, you will see. Okay, you will see how goofy your girl can be. Okay. All right. Capricorn. This is happening in your 2nd house. Okay. Again, I can say all the things. It's the house of self-worth. It's the house of your assets. It is the house of things, right? It's the home of Taurus. It's luxurious. It's nice things, right? It's building. It's, you know, it's a build on your self-worth and your power, building, earning power, buying power. Okay. Your downloads. I heard, let your confidence be your currency. Let me repeat. Write it down if you need to. Because I was like, damn, Sarah. I was like, damn, that's hard. Like, that's hard. Why I didn't get that download? Like, that's hard. We all got that, okay? Wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, let your confidence be your currency, okay? There's an emphasis that they were stressing for you, Capricorn. You need to be focusing on the bottom of the chart. You have the South Node at the top of your chart. It just left your 10th house, so all the superficiality, right? Like you're really trying to tune into your true path in life, and it's gonna come by focusing on the bottom of the chart. Confidence, staying true to yourself, okay, is a big theme. I heard the call from within will guide you, okay? I also heard Get you somebody that can do both. Now, I don't take that literally. In fact, they broke that down to mean that some of you are going to start dibbling in like an online community or like a class, or you're learning something new, or developing your creative mind or something at the same time that you're doing something else. So it's almost like, because I feel like with Jupiter in your 6th house, you're really experiencing a split, or you're seeing both sides. And some of you, for example, this could be you in a job that you're wanting to get out of because the South Node just left your 10th house, right? And to do that, maybe you've started doing something online, right? That's like making money slowly but surely. And these two things are happening simultaneously. You're experiencing two different experiences of life. Literally, Jupiter, Jekyll Hyde, and Gemini. Jekyll Hyde, okay? Okay. So, okay, this North Node in your 3rd house, it is definitely going to require you to get out of rigid beliefs, okay, and expand them into more fluid ones that may in turn offer creative monetary solutions that help you in working less and allowing more time and freedom to play or be creative or indulge in creative projects or something like that. But it's going to require South Node in the 9th house. We have got to get out of some type of like rigid perspective on life, okay? And I feel like for Virgo to be in such a spiritual house, it has to do with that, like having more faith, okay? It's like bringing the faith down to earth. Pisces in the 3rd house. I don't know. You guys, I think, could be psychic if you would just allow yourself to tap into Pisces in the 3rd house. And Neptune, but sometimes you question yourself, you doubt yourself, I think, with Neptune being in the 3rd house of Pisces in the mind, you know? Okay. Yeah, okay. I was still getting more references. I wrote down living a double life. And again, that means just experiencing those differing realities simultaneously. But this is, again, to dispel your own rigid beliefs that prevent you from big expansion, right? So you can start to witness big expansion while you're still in something that is like, I don't know, you're still trying to get grow out of it, but at the same time you're witnessing something else grow. And so what that is doing is it's helping you to open up more. You know what? Wow, like I can do, we're all having these aha moments. This is Aquarius energy, okay? Right. So something could be starting small, but growing rapidly through authentic creativity, being around like-minded people. And the last thing I got is it is time to bet on you. Okay. So you got the King of Pentacles out here, Capricorn. You have the 4 of Pentacles out here, Capricorn. This is so like financial and self-worth associated. And you have the 2 of Swords. 2 things happening. King of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, literally, and the 9 of Pentacles here. I think you're experiencing a split in your reality where you are experiencing literally 2 different realities at the same time. At the same time. Whew. What's going to happen here? Next thing to happen, Hierophant. That's the 5th house too. And the 3 of Cups, that's Cancer energy, but it's about friends. Okay. Again, there could be some unexpected play, leisure, fun, people. I'm hearing pleasure principle. Yep. The Fool. Okay. New interactions, new connections. Remember, we're focusing on the bottom of the chart to take care of that top part. In order to get into that right job or get into that right purpose, career, whatever it is, that North Node that went through your 4th house and now it's going through your 3rd house, okay, is pulling you more into who you are authentically and aligning you with people of the like. Clarify the Hierophant, please. Hierophant is clarified by the Fool and the Hermit. That's 3 major arcanas that's about to happen. And the 3 of Wands here. These are upgrades. Whatever happening in your 5th house, the relationships that are coming in, the fun that you are having, the play, like these are upgrades. These are upgrades. Okay. What's the guidance here for Capricorn? Okay, Queen of Wands came out sideways. Give me one more, please, for Capricorn. Judgment in reverse, relying on your own self. South Node in the 9th house. I feel like this is not just running your life on these outdated concepts, like, you know, this is the way it has to be type of thing. You can't. I feel like you might be you could have been thinking about growth and expansion in too practical of a way, and I feel like this is asking you with Judgment in reverse, Queen of Wands sideways, Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. That's feminine energy. Be confident in your ideas. North Node is now moving through your 3rd house. There will be a lot of them, and they're going to be creative. And hopefully when Neptune goes into your 4th house, we'll stop doubting them because they want you to act on them more. Okay, be creative. That is the only way you're going to build that confidence with your ideas. Just put them out there, you know, be creative, act on them. Okay, allow your mind to go there into the creative realms. All right. Yeah, and I cut the deck. Last card, 3 of Cups and the Star. All right. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I appreciate all of you. I pray that all of these messages find you guys well, help, heal. Please don't forget to hit the like button, comment, connect, subscribe if you feel called to, guys. And your girl gotta go. I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you all in our next one. Bye.